Hello, my name is Tara Williams, Harrington now, recently married, and I am the owner of Brick City Bricks for Kids. So let me tell you a little bit about what we do and who I am.
I ain't that chick.
It's about self-empowerment. It's about self-awareness. It's about self-respect.
Pull it straight back towards you. Slowly back. There you go. So the slower you move it back, the more circles you make. The faster you pull it back, the less circles you make. Exactly.
Hey, it's Nate and welcome to another fantastic episode of I Ain't That Chick. I'm here with the Mrs. Tara Harrington of Bricks for Kids. So Tara, please tell me, what is Bricks for Kids?
So Bricks for Kids is a franchise. It's actually worldwide. It was started in Florida by Michelle Cote. And what we do, we learn, we build, and we play with Lego bricks. So we do after school, birthday parties, summer camp, and anything else you want us to do.
You guys play. You play. And your Legos, you know, I had the Legos when I was growing up, and just the box, and we just stacked. But your Legos or your bricks are like Legos on steroids. What makes your Legos different?
So with Bricks for Kids, we learn, then we build, then we play. That's what makes us different. We have specialized curriculum that we offer, and it's based on 6 weeks at a time. So if we're in an after-school program, for example, so we do 6-week blocks. And so with us, you'll learn about energy is everywhere. So what does that mean? That's renewable energy. So every week for 6 weeks, you're building a different model, okay, that teaches you a little bit about renewable energy. So the windmill, for example, I think we'll be showing you a sample of our windmill model. Okay. So we start out with the windmill. We explain to you how is a windmill generate renewable energy.
What now?
What does that mean?
This is like a science class lesson that totally did not catch my attention, but I witnessed some of the young kids at your table, and primarily boys are running up to learn about the bricks or the Legos. So you're taking a lesson out of a science book and bringing it to life. That is awesome.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about the franchise. That's what drew me to the franchise.
Who does Bricks for Kids cater for other than kids? But is it primarily for girls? Is it primarily for boys? Is it, middle school kids, high school kids? Who?
I like to say we serve children from age 3 to 83. Okay? 3 to 83. Because there's always something you can learn in Legos. I mean, even in our senior buildings, our seniors need activities.
Yes.
You know, they're crafting and that sort of thing. Certainly, we do have an arm within our curriculum called Bricks for Generations. So we serve all. We can come into nursery schools, and if the children are learning about the letter A that week, we have models for the letter A. We can make over 300 different models from our one kit. That's our proprietary kit. And so with that, they're learning, building, and playing, and we have about 30 different curriculum streams, from interesting inventions up to science and space.
That, having been a teacher, I know what it's like to work with boys, especially in middle school, and to try and get their attention first, but to try and keep it. And I witnessed all the young boys rushing over to your table to play with the Legos and to learn how it works. It was effortless to keep their attention.
Yes.
So I feel like something like this should be in the school system, mandatory. So how does that work? Are you in the school system?
Yeah, so I am currently working with some schools within the Newark Public Schools, as well as I'm in an after-school program in a school, Hillside Elementary School in Montclair, New Jersey. Okay. My first year, I'm in my second year now. My first year, I worked with Quitman Street School in Newark, as well as Rae-Shan and Eagle Academy. And working in all those schools, it was awesome, and we actually did it in 3. In each location, it was slightly different. We do have a Bricks for God curriculum as well. And that when they created that curriculum last year, it was like about 4 months after I had repurchased it. That's when it solidified for me that Bricks for Kids was the right franchise for me. My goal is to make this available to as many children in our community as possible, because STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, science, technology, engineering, art and math, science, technology, engineering, architecture, and math, whatever you want to call it. STEM, STEAM, start, stretch, what
you cover,
and we need to encourage that in our children as early as possible, as early as humanly possible. And so that's my goal, to ignite that love of learning in a child using Lego bricks.
Why did you decide to stay in the city of Newark and to give back? And not that you're limited to the city of Newark, but why didn't you take, your degree and all of your business acumen, and why didn't you pick up and take it elsewhere and do something else?
Well, certainly that's something that I could have done when I left. When I left corporate America, I was making 6 figures. So certainly I could have, finished my MBA and then started making 7 figures.
Yes, that's nice.
However, I ain't that chick. I ain't that chick that's gonna leave everybody else behind. I was brought up to bring somebody else up with me. Even as a leader, I feel like you're never a good leader unless you've taught somebody behind you to lead in your place.
Yes, you're paying it forward.
You have to. Someone who leads and they leave and it flops, that tells me that person wasn't a good leader, because they did not train up someone to come behind them and keep the organization going and pass on what they know.
That's
and,
awesome.
That's who
Can
I
I get a
am.
high five on that? All right. She ain't that chick. You guys check it out. Bricks for Kids. Thank you so much for sharing. We got to go say goodbye because we got to get back to our station.
Absolutely. We got to get back to the kids.
Bye.